Greetings and salutations, welcome to TryHackMe's Advent Cyber 2025. We are on day 13 and we are doing YARA rules. YARA, mean one. Alright, so let's jump on in. So we're going to go ahead and start the VM. Now that that's starting, we can hop into the story. We are going to make that full screen. We're going to come back over here and we're just going to minimize this portion. Alright, so when Skitty went missing, there was chaos and uncertainty at the best festival community, TBFC. However, even in her disappearance, Miss Kitty was trying to help the TBFC Blue team take a page out of the crisis communication process. Miss Kitty sent what looked like a bunch of images to the Blue team from an anonymous location. These images looked like they were related to Easter preparations, but they contained a secret message sent by Miss Kitty. The crisis communication process outlines that a message might be seen through a folder of images containing a hidden message that can be decoded. If you know the keyword, the Blue team has to create a YARA rule that runs on the directory containing the images. The YARA rule must trigger on a keyword followed by a code word. After extracting all the code words in ascending order, the Blue team might be able to decode the message. Okay, so what is our objectives? Understanding the basic concept of YARA, learning when and why we need to use YARA rules, explore different types of YARA rules, learn how to write YARA rules, practice in detection of malicious indicators using YARA. Alright, so we will have the VM that we started, and a split screen is available if you choose to do so. I'm going to use it in a separate screen. We're going to scroll on down. Don't forget to click the check button here, and yeah! Okay, so next. In the attached VM, the folder sent by Miss Kitty is downloaded to the home, Ubuntu, download Easter. We will be using this folder to run our YARA rules. That is good to know. We will open up the next part and we will continue. YARA is a tool built to identify, classify malware by searching for unique patterns and digital fingerprints left behind by attackers. Imagine it as a defender's notebook for cyber defenders. Prints, YARA scans for codes and files and subtle traces that reveal the threat's identity. Helps us find them, locate them. Alright, so scroll on down. So why does YARA matter and when to use it? You might be wondering why Miss Kitty chose this tool for this mission. In the world of cybersecurity, defenders face an endless stream of alerts, suspicious files, anomalous network fragments. Not every threat stands out. Some are plain in hide in plain sight. Steganography. So, disguise of harmless documents or scripts. That's where YARA shines. YARA gives defenders the power to detect malware by its behavior and patterns, not just by the name. YARA allows you to define your own rules, providing your own view what constitutes malicious behavior. And you're not alone. Many YARA rules have been already written by defenders from other kingdoms that once faced similar threats. You can use, adapt, and improve these shared rules to strengthen the TBFC's defense and protect SOCMIS together. For the defenders of SOCMIS, this means faster detections, smarter hunts, fewer threats slipping by unseen. In what situation might defenders rely on this? So you may have post-incident analysis, threat hunting, intelligence-based scan, memory analysis. So what are some values? Well, constant battle to protect SOCMIS, time and precision matters most. That's where YARA shows its true value. It gives defenders clarity in chaos. With YARA, you're not waiting for an antivirus to update or a third-party alert. You have the power to create your own rule, detect new variants, and act before the threat spreads. For the TBFC defenders, YARA brings several key advantages, one being speed, flexibility, control, shareability, and visibility. Alright, so YARA rules. The YARA rules is built with several key elements, that being the metadata, strings, and condition. String, information about the rule itself, who created it, when, and for what purpose. The string, the clues YARA search for, text, bytes, sequences, or regular expressions that mark suspicious content. Conditionals, the logic that decides when the rule triggers, combining multiple strings or parameters into a single decision. Right here, look in practice, is something that one of them previously made. Never they share. So this rule was for TBFC King Malware's Trace. So the author was a defender of SOCMIS. The description, detect traces of malware, or King Malware's malware. Malware's malware. That's a tongue twister. The strings is looking for is here, another one here. This URL going with these. regex expressions, and condition any of them. Alright, so I'm not going to read everything. We'll kind of skim through these. So a string, as mentioned earlier, are clues that YARA search for when scanning files, memory, or data sources. The representation of signatures and malicious activity in fragments, text, bytes, or patterns that can reveal the presence of King Melhair's code in YARA. There are 3 main types of strings, each with its own purpose. Let's talk about them and see. So there's text strings, like Christmas, right? And then you may have like Christmas with no case. So it can be uppercase, lowercase, or mixed case, like Christmas capital C, all uppercase, or all lowercase. And so let's keep on going down. Then you can search for things like wide ASCII. Many Windows executables use 2-byte Unicode characters. Adding Y tells YARA to also look for this format, while ASCII enforces a single byte search. You can use both together if you wrote it like this. Then we have XOR strings. Melhair agents often use XOR encoded text to hide it from scanners. Using the XOR modifier, YARA automatically checks all possibility single byte XOR variants of strings, revealing what attackers try to conceal. So you have it right there. Okay, then we have base64. With this one, they can search for codes being hidden and actually decode base64. They also have things for hexadecimal strings, regular expression strings, keep on coming down. So conditions, these are, now the defenders of TPFC know how to describe and what to look for using strings, it's time to learn what YARA should decide that is a threat and that has been found out. The logic lives inside the condition section, the heart of every YARA rule. The condition tells YARA when the rule should trigger based on the results of the string check. Think of it as the final decision point, the moment when the system confirms, yes, this looks like King Melhair's code. Let's look. So we have condition like Xmas here, any of them. So you can say like this one or that one or a combination of them. You have to like match any string or match all the strings, different things like that. You can also use combinations of in, or, not logic, such as showing some examples here. Then you can say maybe you have to look for file size, entry points, or even hashes. Hashes are coming, I think you go back to the idea of virus signatures. Alright, so a YARA use case. The evil kingdom of Melhair uses of a Trojan known as ICE ID to steal credentials from systems. McSkitty analyzed discovered that the malicious file spreads across Melville's shared common signature. The same MZ header found in executable malware used by the Dark Kingdom. These samples were small and lightweight loaders designed to infiltrate the system later and summon more dangerous payloads. So you can look, here is an example of a rule. So you can see who the author was, description of sort of the ICE ID rule, the day and year it was made, month, confidence is kind of low, but it looked for these strings through here, like the start of the MD, the hex. All right, cool. And the condition, it must meet all of them and the file size less than this. And then these slashes are kind of like telling you what the comments are. Pretty cool. Our analysis saved this as a file and executed on one of the hosts. As a result, you can see that one file was detected. So you can see where they ran the YARA rule, a switch. They said what the YARA rule was, where it was located, and then where to run it. This was the YARA rule. This was where they ran it. This was the switch. That was saying just use RAR. And YARA came back saying, bam, we found it here in malware _gif _loader exe. We can see that man YARA, so man is like the manual help page, if you will. You type man, and you type generally any other kind of command, and it'll tell you about it. It tells us that the -R allows YARA to scan directories recursively, which means not just the top layer, but going down in the children. And then we can do, and follow symlinks, which are like shortcuts. Then we have /s, which prints the string found within the file that matches the rule, so it gives us something to actually look and see. Alright, YARA practical rules. It's time to complete the practical task. Blue team has to search for the keyword TBFC, followed by an ASCII of alphanumeric keywords across the home, Ubuntu, downloads, and Easter directory. Okay, so let's go over to our buddy over here. So we're going to open up a terminal, and for the heck of it, we're going to open up a file explorer. Just for giggles, we're going to go to downloads and go to Easter and see what it looks like. And as we can see, there are eggs. And I'm going to guess bunnies. Yep. They look cute and adorable. but who knows? Okay, so we're going to close out of that, We're going to open up Nano, and we're going to call our YARA rule Easter YARA. Sound good? Yeah, I think so. And that's going to open up a whole new file here. So what we're going to do is go back up to here to what TryHackMe gave us, a good base structure for one. And while we're here, how many images contain the string for TBFC? What regex would you use to match a string that begins with TBFC by one of the numerics? Okay, this will be part of us writing our rule. And then what is the secret message? Okay, so we copied this, right guys? We're gonna come over here, and I'm gonna just do a Control FV, and that paste is in there, or you can go to like File or Edit. Yeah, you can go to Edit or Paste, either way. So now we need to fix this up a little bit, right? So I'm gonna put my name as author as Saga. We're going to change this rule to be... Okay, so I took a moment, paused the video, and I wrote the script out here. If you want to follow along and pause the video yourself and copy what I've done, that's fine. We'll explain what we did through here. So the author was Saga, that's myself. The description, we're gonna strap the TBFC message fragments, frags. The date was now, and then we have the confidence. I erased the confidence line. I'm not confident at all, no confidence here. The string we just did, the variable for the TBFC underscore message equals slash TBFC, all in caps, colon, then we did bracket, capital A, dash, capital Z, A, dash, lowercase z, 0, dash, 9, end bracket, plus, / space, ASCII, ASCII. And what we did this for is it's going to look for anything that starts with TBFC, colon, and then for any uppercase, lowercase, or number, in any form of looking for one or more digits in that manner. And the condition is the only string that we put in there. We are going to hit Control X, and we're going to hit Y, and we're going to say that as Eater. Oh, we're calling this Eater. Eater YARA. Yeah, not Easter, Eater. Okay, cool. I love food, so that's fine. So I believe we type in YARA. Not what we do. Let's come back over here. Oh, also, I got that heart from this section here, but I just didn't use the equal sign. So come down through here. Let's look at the rule. So we just do YARA, R, and then S, then our rule, then our location. Okay, so YARA dash R S space Eater, which is the rule I made, whatever you named yours. And then we are going to be doing this from, actually we can do it from home, Ubuntu, and then we can do downloads, right? Actually, we can just do it straight from here. Yeah, and that should work. Yeah, there we go. So we can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these. Let's go back at the question. How many images are contained? We have 5. All right. So what's next? What is the expression to find the string that begins with it? Okay, so if we came back up here and we cat our Eater file, it should be this, I believe. I think that's it. Oh, I think we need these slashes. All right, so I'm going to right-click that and go to copy. Come back over here, and we're going to paste that. Cool. Here's a little bulb said. I look at the example of regular expression strings. Yep. Okay, cool. What is the message sent by McSkitty? So if we come back up here, you can see like TryHackMe, find in, island. But if you notice, 46, 16, 10, 25, they're not in extending order. So let's start with 10. You'll say find me in TryHackMe island. So find me in TryHackMe island. I wonder if it wants me to capitalize those. Nope, doesn't matter. You guys are amazing. We did it together. Hopefully you had some fun. There's a lot of things you can do with YARA. If you're a blue teamer, you will need to know it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Y'all be safe. be happy, be secure, and do good.